Hello there, welcome to the channel. Spirituality is whatever adds significance to your life. We can reap the physical and psychological benefits of spirituality, especially if we exercise it regularly over time. To realize the exact experience of spirituality, specific steps must be performed. Many of us are unaware of the steps that should be taken while attaining spirituality. This includes forming some new practices to aid your spiritual development. Several steps will assist beginners in learning more about spirituality, so let us get started. Number 1. Acceptance. Acceptance is the first step towards spirituality. Acceptance is defined as a surrender to the now, reaction to anything that takes place in any moment of life. Strength, peace, and serenity are available when one stops struggling to resist or cling to what is in any given moment. What do I have right now? What am I feeling right now? The point is, can you be sad when you're sad, afraid when you're afraid, silly when you're silly, happy when you're happy, and so on? Acceptance plays a critical role in the health of any relationship because acceptance makes it easier to appreciate the positive aspects of your partner and your relationship. It leads to greater intimacy and care for each other. Acceptance is often misinterpreted as a form of surrender, but this couldn't be further from the truth. Number 2, hope. Hope is the second most crucial stage in spirituality. Hope is an active conscious and unconscious reasoning process with a more significant emotional component than simply anticipation. Even in palliative care, the wisdom of losing all hope is questioned. When we think about hope in a spiritual sense, we can assume that good things will happen because of our faith in a higher force. They may pray and direct their hopes outward. Whatever the specifics, hope entails a strong wish for things to improve and an intense yearning for that better scenario. Number 3, faith. Next, we'll look at faith and its role in spirituality. Before that, we can comprehend what faith truly entails. Faith is trust in what we hope for, an assurance that the Lord is at work even when we cannot see it. Faith recognizes that the Lord is at work in all situations, whether in our own lives or in the lives of others. Developing a relationship is similar to practicing faith. We must devote time and attention to it. It requires you to constantly see, hear, feel, and remember your partner and God. Even when faced with mysteries, doubts, and paradoxes, have faith in the relationship's viability. Trust in this faith to the point of putting your life on the line. In a broad sense of the spiritual life, we see faith as something you are in a relationship with rather than something you have. It entails being aware of and attuned to God's presence in our daily lives. Number 4, courage. Courage refers to the mental and moral strength to risk, persevere, and overcome danger, fear, or difficulty. Courage allows you to overcome your fear of failure and take the first steps. It assists us in overcoming our fear of rejection and engaging our stakeholders. Courage also allows you to try things you've never done before, despite your fear of appearing foolish. Spiritual courage refers to a person's inner strength and determination, fueled by a sense of survival, self-preservation, and self-protection after birth in the earth world. The fundamental principles of courage is to stand up for what you believe in today, whether it's setting a boundary or telling your boss about an idea you have. It can be frightening to practice courage, but it is also rewarding. Number 5, honesty. The next item on the list is honesty. Honesty is a facet of moral character that denotes positive and virtuous characteristics such as integrity, truthfulness, and straightforwardness, including straightforwardness of conduct in the absence of lying, cheating, and theft. Being truthful also involves being trustworthy, loyal, fair, and sincere. Honesty is one of the divine qualities of the soul. While the soul walks the path of truth, the mind engages in deception and untruth. Honesty is the key to a happy, free existence. It encourages openness, empowers us, and allows us to establish consistency in communicating the facts, not just presenting the truth. Honesty sharpens our awareness and allows us to see things clearly around us. To advance spiritually, we must identify with our soul. This entails exercising the virtue of honesty. It also emphasizes the importance of promoting openness, empowering us, and developing consistency in presenting the facts. Honesty sharpens our perception and allows us to see clearly what is going on around us. Number 6, patience. Patience is the ability to wait something out or endure something tedious without becoming agitated. Patience means being able to remain calm even when you've been waiting for an eternity, dealing with something painfully slow, or attempting to teach someone how to do something and they just don't get it. Patience allows us to see things and situations for what they are, rather than what they appear to be. Patient people's resourcefulness, calm, and empathetic behavior, as well as their self-control, can make them very popular. It also gives them inner peace and the ability to keep smiling in the face of adversity. We can only be patient if we work together. Inhale deeply. Bring your attention to your breath and concentrate on it. Concentrate your thoughts and attention on your own body and breathe into any tense areas. You should be aware that simply breathing deeply and evenly can help you reduce your stress level. Number 7, humility. Humility is the outward representation of an appropriate interior, or self-regard, instead of humiliation, which is the imposition of shame on a person, usually externally. Humility can be misconstrued as the ability to suffer humiliation through self-denigration, which in and of itself maintains a high level of self-focus rather than a low level of self-focus. Humility is largely viewed as a virtue centered on low self-preoccupation or a refusal to put oneself forward, as it is in many religious and philosophical traditions. Humility is the most effective approach to stay grounded and connected to the earth. Any struggle in life leads to frustration and anger at failure. We must learn humility in order to effectively negotiate losses and recover from setbacks. When things make us feel human, hurt, we find ways to get back on our feet. When we go through things, the only way to feel better is to go higher. Number 8, willingness. Next, look at what willingness entails. Willingness is very important in spirituality. It is defined as the state of being mentally prepared to do something, and it was the first concept we needed to grasp to take the necessary steps to change our life. We have the aptitude, and willingness to learn aids in fast acclimation to new work. It aids in the development of the best techniques and the retention of crucial knowledge. We had to be willing to let go of what our life had become to discover what it could become. Say yes to that after-work yoga class with a coworker to practice willingness. We're often quick to say that we want something, but we're unwilling to make the necessary changes to obtain it. According to one, is that it originates from a benevolent entity in the cosmos, such as God or a higher power. Finally, some individuals feel that it simply occurs. A person can be resistant to change one day and then eager to go forward the next. Demonstrate your willingness by demonstrating that you are willing to do something to achieve positive results. Number 9, brotherly love. Brotherly love is the affection for one's brother. Brotherly love extends the natural sympathy associated with close relatives to a larger community of believers. Practicing brotherly love can be as simple as assisting a neighbor with their grocery shopping. Brotherly love can be demonstrated by doing anything from holding the door for someone to assisting someone in need. Brotherly love is a necessary component of obtaining and maintaining assurance. When we lack confidence, we should examine our attitudes. The kind of brotherly love described here is not love based on one shared ethnicity. Moreover, the brotherly love in question here did not stem from a shared history, because many of those who could look back to their shared past was now strongly opposing them and even believing that they had abandoned their links with the past. The value of brotherly love extends far beyond the limits of the church or fellowship hall. Number 10, integrity. Then there's integrity. Integrity is the practice of being truthful and complying with strong moral and ethical principles and values on a consistent and unwavering basis. Integrity is defined as the honesty and truthfulness of accuracy of one's actions, which provides a sense of well-being. A person of integrity believes in a set of values and rules that he adheres to throughout his life and to the next generation. Integrity is not something that can be taught solely to others. It is more of a character trait that a person possesses. A guy should be proud of his integrity, since it is a treasured asset that no one can take away from him. Integrity implies being truthful and authentic to oneself while adhering to a set of norms. The world would be anarchy if there was no honesty. Spiritual integrity is the trait of severe self-honesty combined with the state of being undivided. This is not a one-day process and does not happen quickly. Try to keep your mind calm and relaxed while following those steps. So folks, that concludes today's video. Keep an eye out for more videos.